No band can touch us.
When you write the song, you write the lyrics and Fast that's the music, right? Well, let's talk about.
Frank actually has a lot to do with the music as well. Like, we're all musicians, so we all sit around and Fast will come in a groove and we'll all kind of put it together.
Yeah. And I want to talk about Classic Fantastic a bit. Where does that song come from? Where did it start?
The Prodigal Son, the story in the Bible about someone coming back after a long period of time, and I thought it kind of metaphorically fit what we were doing. We had put a record out in 5 years, and we were coming back, pretty much putting our foot down, and like no one can do what we do. So keeping that in mind, we wanted to do a very unique kind of Lovin Criminals song with that. So yeah, it's based around that story.
And then where do because I got the lyrics there. Where do those come from? Like some references and.
Well, yeah, we always reference obscure literary phrases, or Oscar Mayer hot dogs, or as I see right here, the good one Mata Hoople, the band, and it's just things that we, the guys that know us and me and him and Frank, it's hip hop. You know what I mean? You try to tell a story, you try to rhyme, and sometimes you try to put a little fun into it when you do the rhyme. But if you look at it, I mean, as a whole, it is pretty much a letter to the people saying, they read it, they open it up, they go, okay, the boys are back.
But then it's kind of like you first write lyrics, and then what would rhyme with this, and then you.
Well, I mean, it all bases itself around stories. So the story I was telling you is like the Prodigal Son. So that when the three Prodigal Sons return with their funkiness, how are they going to do it? They're going to reference Al Pacino. They're going to make fun stuff, make references that people can understand. But it's one of those things where they try not to think too much about rhyming and more about telling the story, and then that kind of like whittles its way down.
So it's about the prodigal return of you, actually.
Well, of us, yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean, we kick mad ass. I mean, no band can touch us. Any band that plays after us at festivals, they sweat. They're like, damn. They can see them watch. Yeah, hell yeah, you gotta see us play, man. You ever seen us play?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, we work shit, motherfucker. Yeah, so when you go out and you do that, and we can do that with the rock shit, the jazz shit, the hip hop shit. No band can do all that stuff that well. We're not patting ourselves in the back, we're just saying that.
You're saying that it's true. What about the video? Was it recorded in an actual jail?
Yeah, the video was done in a jail out in like one of the boroughs of London. Had like an old city hall, and that's where they had their jails downstairs.
Was it like first you thought? Who thought of the story actually?
Well, the idea is to free yourself from mental slavery, and that was the idea behind the video. Because when we were doing this long court case for the last 4.5 years, you don't really feel like being creative and being a fun-loving criminal. I think writing the music we gotta write and playing the way we play and act like the way we act, you can't do that while you have a full-time court case going on. So we lost a lot of time, and when we did the video, we wanted people to know that we were pretty much on lockdown during that time. We weren't like just sitting on our yachts and shit, just going, oh fuck it, well, let's make another record. It wasn't like that. It was like we wanted to make a record, but just we had other shit to do first.
And did you get any? Did you base it on anything? Your performance in that video? Because I read it Fast or heard.
Well, Fast did Falling Down, Michael Douglas. Yeah, I think I like Philip Marlowe. I like that idea. So Raymond Chandler's a big influence on my visual image, as you can tell.
And then Ninja from.
I can't. I'm talking too much shit as it is.
What about the Ninja from Frank? Of Frank?
Frank has always been he's a kung fu master. Yeah. There's a lot of martial arts inside the crew. I used to study. Fast knows some stuff, but our managers got couple black belts, one in that, one in judo, and it's a way of being mentally disciplined in what you got to do. Know what you have to do.
Okay, one last question. Have you heard of Hans Teeuwen?
No.
No, because he performed in England as well, and he's got a song, or he's a comedian. Okay. He's got one act that's called Mars, and
Oh, really?
He pronounces like you're.
Oh, he does the Mars. Well,
Yeah.
you know that's an old idea from a club in New York that was called Mars, and it was like 6 floors. It was on the meatpacking district on the West Side Highway. It was like years ago when there was nothing there, just this one club. So you could have a nightclub. It had like 5 floors in the roof deck, and everything was different music. So it'd be like house, rock, you know, whatever. And then the top room was the chill out room. So that's where we came up with the idea of like paying homage to this club that could never exist anymore because New York is just not the same place.
Yeah.
And then it got into like this whole thing about the movie Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he has to get your ass to Mars, you know, he has to go to Mars. So then we started mixing them all together and then Stephen Hawking got involved. But it's like a fun old school groove tune, like, you know, Todd Terry house kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like with like the big bass era of that kind of music.
Well, you should ask people about it after still, because some people can really impersonate them very well. And you can hear it. Yeah. Well, I guess we have to stop here. So.
Yeah, I think the crew's coming in.
Yeah. Thank you for your time.
Dude, my pleasure, man.
That's his dinner.